Hello, I have a new book for you, Weather by Catriona Clark, illustrated by Kuo Kang Chen. Weather. Rain or shiny, the weather can be sunny, rainy, windy, or snowy. Every kind of weather is happening somewhere in the world right now. This is a snowstorm in New York, USA. What is weather? The weather is caused by three main things: heat, water, and air. The sun gives out heat which warms the earth. Water makes clouds and rain. It also makes fog, hail, and snow. Air is always moving around. This is what makes the wind blow. The earth is wrapped in a thick blanket of air called the atmosphere. This is where weather happens. From space, the atmosphere looks like a hazy blue ring around the earth. The white swirl are clouds. Water on the move. Water is always moving between the sea, the air, and the land. This is called the water cycle. The sun warms the water in the sea and turns it into invisible gas. The gas rises around and turns into tiny droplets of water, making clouds. The rain that falls on you may have fallen on a dinosaur millions of years ago. The tiny droplets bump into each other and join together to make bigger drops. When the drops of water become heavy enough they fall as rain. Rivers carry the rainwater back to the sea. The water cycle begins again. Clouding over. Different types of clouds means there will be different kinds of weather. Puffy white cumulus clouds usually mean that good weather is coming. Stratus clouds cover the sky. This means that there might be fog or drizzle. Wispy cirrus clouds high in the sky means rain or snow may be coming later. A big cumulonimbus cloud means that there may be a thunderstorm. When tiny water droplets form close to the ground, this is called fog or mist. This is the Golden Gate Bridge in California, USA. It is foggy there most of the time. Icy crystals. When the air is very cold, the water in clouds freezes to make tiny ice crystals called snowflakes. Most snowflakes have 6 points. No two snowflakes are ever exactly the same shape. This is what snowflakes look like when they are put under a microscope. Icicles form in snowy weather when the sun shines onto snow on roofs or trees. The snow melts, water drips down into the cold shade where it freezes. More water slowly drips down and freezes, forming lots of icy fingers. Electric skies. Thunderstorms happen when a cumulonimbus cloud forms in the sky. Strong winds inside the cloud swirl rain, snow, and hailstones up and down. This makes electricity build up. It escapes down to the ground or as flashes of lightning. Lightning sometimes hits trees and buildings on its way from the cloud to the ground. Thunder is the sound that lightning makes when it heats up the air around it. This type of lightning is called forked lightning. You always see lightning before you hear thunder because light travels faster than sound. Great balls of ice. Hail forms inside giant thunder clouds, so you often get hailstorms at the same time as thunder and lightning. Water droplets get blown up to the top of the cloud by gusts of air. The droplets freeze, they drop down, and a layer of water forms around them. The hail is blown up to the top of the cloud again. The layer of water freezes. This happens again and again until the hail gets too heavy and falls from the sky. If a hailstone is cut in half, its layers look a bit like those in an onion. This is the biggest hailstone ever. It fell in Nebraska, USA in 2003. It is shown here. Is just over half its actual size. Giant size. Wild wind. Wind is moving air. It happens when hot air rises and cold air rushes into takes its place. The strength of the wind is measured on a scale from 1 to 12. A force 2 breeze dries the clothes on a clothesline. A force 5 wind blows the leaves from the tree. A force 9 wind is a severe gale. It can blow tiles from roofs. A force 12 wind is a hurricane. It can destroy houses. A hurricane begins when hot air rises quickly over the sea and starts to spin. This causes a violent storm with heavy rain. When a hurricane reaches land, huge waves and strong winds batter the coast. The ancient Greeks believed that the wind was the breath of the gods. Terrible twisters. Tornadoes are violent whirling winds. They are sometimes called twisters. A tornado is like a giant vacuum cleaner. Sucks things up from the ground. The air inside the thundercloud slowly begins to spin around and around. The air spins faster and faster. The cloud begins to change shape. Warm air is sucked up into the cloud. It becomes shaped like a funnel. The cloud touches the ground, and as it moves, it destroys everything in its path. Twister can sometimes suck fish and frogs out of ponds. Weather scientists. Scientists measure the weather and then tell us what they think the weather will be like. Wind speed and rain are measured at weather stations all over the world. Special planes fly into clouds to measure how much water is in them. Satellites in space takes pictures of clouds and storms on Earth. Some people think that cows lie down when it is about to rain. Weather balloons are sent high into the sky to measure the air temperature. The scientists put together all this information to make a weather forecast. The white swirling cloud below is a hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean. Animal magic. Weather doesn't just affect people, it affects the way animals behave too. For example, the fur of a snowshoe hair change from brown to white for the winter. The hair can be spotted in the snow by eagles that hunt it. Every year some birds fly a very long way to escape the cold winter weather. Some animals like dormice sleep through the long cold winter. This is called hibernation. When it gets colder, a dormouse eats lots of fruits and seeds. It makes a snug nest under the ground or in a tree and goes to sleep. 6 months later, it wakes up ready for the summer ahead.
It did that in our garden. It did that in our garden.
Yes.
Okay, it did that.
Hot and cold. Some places have such extreme weather that not many people or animals live there. The Sahara Desert in Africa is one of the hottest and driest places on earth. Camels can live here because they can survive without water for a long time. Under the hot sun, desert rocks become so hot that you can fry an egg on them. Antarctica is the coldest place in the world. Penguins are one of the few animals that are able to live there. They huddle close together to keep warm in the winter. Weird weather. In some parts of the world, the weather makes odd things happen. Some people think that strange clouds like this one look like spaceship. This is called a lenticular cloud. They usually form near mountains. Red raindrops sometimes fall from the sky. Winds pick up red sand from African desert and carry it across the sea. The sand mixes with droplets of water in the clouds to make the red rain. A hailstone with a turtle inside once fell from a thundercloud in Mississippi, USA. Heating up. Many scientists think that the Earth's atmosphere is slowly getting warmer. The air in the atmosphere acts like a blanket to keep the Earth warm. When fuels like oil and coal are burned, lots of gases are released into the air. The atmosphere is getting warmer because the gases trap heat from the sun. Animals add to the gases released into the air. If the earth gets warmer, the weather will change. In cold places, ice and snow would melt and could cause massive floods. Hundreds of years from now, all this ice might have melted. The end. Thank you for watching.